as part of the, let's say, basic principles of symbolic interaction, we talk about the first two, that is the capacity for thought, and then the second one, thinking and interaction. So capacity for thought, ये human being की जो है वो, let's say, specialty है. That's a special feature of the human beings. So that is the assumption that human beings have the capacity for thinking, and this is one of the major contributions of early, let's say, symbolic interactionists. So that's a very important or crucial assumption, that human beings have the capacity to think. Now, thinking is very important, and that's where the mind is the other concept which has been given for this whole process. The assumption differentiates symbolic interactions from the behaviorist roots. So, behavior जो है इंसान का वो instinctive नहीं है. उसका behavior जो है, it is based on, let's say, the thinking of the person, on the reflective approach of the person. Urge है, उसके लिए उसने कोई action लेना है, उसका कोई behavior है, then he tries to look into the, let's say, pros and cons, and then on the basis of that, maybe ultimate action is taken. So the same assumption also provides the basis for the entire theoretical orientation of symbolic interaction. So thinking जो है या mind जो है उसके, that is the central point from where other things come, and that is the self or other things. So individuals in society were not seen as units that are motivated by external environment or internal, let's say, within the organism kind of, let's say, instincts or basic, let's say, requirements of the human body. So the behavior is motivated not by, let's say, external or internal forces, और वो ऐसी forces नहीं है जिनके ऊपर उसका control ना हो. अगर forces हैं भी तो the person tries to think about them, uses the evaluation process before actually action is taken. So within the confines of more or less fixed structure, और इसीलिए ये देखते हैं कि symbolic interactions वालों ने social structure की बात पे emphasize कम किया है या नहीं किया है. So here humans were viewed as reflective, that's interacting units with which comprise the social entity. Okay, reflective thinkers, looking into the let's say plus points or the negative points. So people must often construct and guide what they do rather than just release that action, which might be more like instinctive kind of thing, which is let's say quality with respect to other living organisms like ants and bees. So the ability to think is very much, let's say, located or embedded in the mind of a person. So for symbolic interactionists, mind is something physiologically like the mind is not something like something which is substantive, something which is physical or physiological, just like the brain. Okay, so brain might be there, but thinking is different than brain. So brain might be, let's say, necessary for the emergence of mind, but it does not inevitably produce the mind. For the production of mind, for the development of the mind, for the development of the thinking capacity of the human beings, I think other things are necessary. और other things में important चीज़ वही है कि interaction है with other people, that is the necessity of being in the society. So it is a process of thinking that is developed in this, let's say, society, and that process, usually we use the word socialization. Socialization is the process where we see that all these learning capabilities are developed. Okay, usme, if it is all behavior, so human behavior is basically considered to be a learned behavior. It is not, let's say, instinctive kind of behavior. It's not governed by, let's say, genes or things like that. So it's socialization में ही हम देखते हैं कि लैंग्वेज हम लर्न करते हैं, सिंबल्स की बात आ रही है, उनके मीनिंग की बात है, उनकी इंटरप्रिटेशन की बात है, और उसके बेसिस पर फिर हम इंटरैक्ट करते हैं. दूसरा जो इम्पोर्टेंट कैटेगरी है वो थिंकिंग एंड इंटरैक्शन है. सो पीपल possess only a general capacity of thought, और ये कैपेसिटी जो है वो, जैसे कि मैंने पहले कहा, ये लर्न की जाती है इन द प्रोसेस ऑफ इंटरैक्शन, और इस प्रोसेस को हम सोशलाइजेशन की बात करते हैं. और ये सोशलाइजेशन जो है माइट बी ए कंटिन्यूअस काइंड ऑफ प्रोसेस. सो दिस प्रोसेस हेल्प्स इन द डेवलपमेंट ऑफ द एबिलिटी टू थिंक एंड टू डेवलप डिस्टिंक्टिवली ह्यूमन वेज, और उनको फिर लर्न करके वी ट्राई टू adopt them and then adapt ourselves with the society. So that is how we look. Interaction is the process in which the ability to think is developed. It is expressed through, let's say, interaction, which might be in different forms. We learn how to take the roles, how to play the roles, and we also perform that role in the light of, let's say, reactions of others, and that is how we have the ability to modify it. So that thinking जो है वो govern करती है हमारे behavior पे. वो thinking ही आगे फिर हमें गाइड करती है किसके साथ इंटरैक्शन करना है, किसके साथ नहीं करना है. सो इन मोस्ट इंटरैक्शन एक्टर्स मस्ट टेक अकाउंट ऑफ अदर्स एंड डिसाइड इफ एंड हाउ टू फिट देयर एक्टिविटीज टू अदर्स. ये थिंकिंग प्रोसेस की बात है. क्या एक्ट करेगा, उसका रिस्पॉन्स क्या होगा, उसका रिस्पॉन्स लेट्स से फेवरेबल होगा, अनफेवरेबल होगा, उसके प्रोज क्या होंगे, कॉन्स क्या होंगे, एंड दैट इज हाउ दैट थिंकिंग एबिलिटी जो है दैट इज डेवलप्ड और डिटर्मिन करती है इंटरैक्शन में, और यही इंटरैक्शन हेल्प्स इन द डेवलपमेंट ऑफ दैट थिंकिंग कैपेबिलिटी.